Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
We're here live with Reuben, Roundstone. Great to have you back, man. Last time we had Reuben on, he came in and he smashed and had his bare knuckle boxing debut. And now he's back, and we got him back on the podcast. Had a lot of wins since last time we were on, man. You were a great guest, and man, we're really happy that you came back. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, man. It's always a pleasure to be on.
Yeah, you said last time we were on you don't like to do these too much, and then man, after hours I see you doing a whole bunch of them. So I'm glad you're getting out there now. You're a really exciting guy.
Yeah, I try to get on as many times. I just be putting it out there. I just want to promote myself as best as possible, especially being a Native American. You know, we don't get much of a limelight, so trying to get as much as I can, and then also I'm trying to put it on return and try to help my homies out back on the res get a little bit of the light too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. How's life been? You had a couple. You just rattled off a bunch of wins in a row. Are you doing a lot better now, or how you feeling?
Well, after my loss in the BKFC, I kind of stumbled a little bit. Kind of didn't know where to go from there. Kind of sat around for a second, and I actually put that for like a second. My manager, Carlos, he kind of reached out to a few people. They kind of told us they wanted us to get into a title fight. So, we reached out to a few local promotions here. Fusion wasn't kind of having it. Next Gen was kind of a little bit later in the year, and Mountain Forest kind of lined up, and next week we get a new belt added to the case.
That's gonna be pretty amazing, man. It's always great to get one of them big straps on you, especially a pro strap. Who are you fighting? And can you tell us a little bit about him? Sorry, I didn't mean to burp on you.
I'm fighting Jag Bular from Canada. He's pretty heavy duty grappler. Has a little bit of hands. As much as I've seen about him, he's 7-0. Well, from his amateur career, I think he's like 13-0. So he's been pretty much undefeated his entire career. And come next Saturday, the O has to go.
That's awesome, man.
But
you're going into
that's
a fight.
Not the biggest thing.
You're going into a fight. Guys got 20 wins, and you're not scared at all, man. You look pretty confident, actually. What gives you that confidence?
Oh, dude, man, my coaches, my wife, just the environment that I'm in just gives me a lot of confidence. Especially this guy, it's not something I've never faced before. I've been facing high-level wrestlers my entire career. So this dude is nothing different. He's going to figure out really quick that, his wrestling has nothing compared to my jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and you got pretty mean hands too, dog. So I think a lot of people become wrestlers as soon as they get in a cage with you, whether they're a credentialed wrestler or not. So I think you are always going to end up in these wrestling exchanges due to the way that you fight. You're pretty gung-ho with the striking.
Well, I don't really see it. A lot of people on YouTube and on Facebook see it, but personally, back in the day, I was just, I hate to say it, but I used to be a res bar brawler. You know what I mean? I was just that guy that just liked to fight, and over my career, jiu-jitsu kind of helped me perfect it and a little bit in MMA. It kind of helped me become a more calmer, steadier person. Especially being in the cage and with hundreds of people watching, jiu-jitsu is just giving me that much more confidence. I don't really give a shit if this guy wants to go to the ground, and thanks to my coach Donnie Nickerson and 8 Limbs Muay Thai, I don't really care if this guy wants to stand up because I think that's where he's most scared. He's gonna fucking feel these hands come Saturday.
So, do you look to you're a bigger guy, man. You don't see too many bigger guys have a very good bottom game in MMA, and you're very confident in your bottom game. What gives you confidence in your jiu-jitsu on the floor with these bigger guys, man? Like, no offense, I'm not calling you fat or nothing, but you're a bigger dude.
Oh man, well, I've trained my whole life with my brother Spur, and my brother Spur, he's like 300 pounds. So he's always been able to get on top of me. So you know, being able to fight that big dude off and get submissions has always been the main of the game, especially being on the bottom. My brother has a really mad pressure game. It's kind of weird to say that, saying, I was wrestler my whole, high school, middle school life, but when it comes to, mad pressure, my older brother can lay on a motherfucker and strangle the life out of him. So, I just defending from my older brother just gave me that wicked confidence, especially being on the bottom, And that's kind of what my professor said, we're always going to be able to train with each other and always be a constant partner. So that's kind of like, he's kind of my yin to my yang, he was always on top and I was always on bottom, and it just made us perfecting that little craft right there.
Yeah, I guess that gives you a pretty big confidence too, man. 300 pounds not going to run into anyone that big in MMA unless you're like in some kind of special Japanese bout, probably, and he's like 812 pounds. So hopefully you don't do any of those. Did you, man?
I've submitted 2 black belts in my career.
Yeah. Oh man, that's pretty awesome. 2 black belts, huh? What belt are you again? I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm a purple belt.
Damn, dude. So I got purple at my school that's fucking lights out good. So I think at purple, like you're almost a black belt. You pretty much have the same skill set, and there's like positions that you're a black belt in. You just not everything's that black belt level yet. So like you gotta look out for purple belts, man. They're hungry and they're not really beat up and hurt yet. And you gotta look out for guys like you, especially the guys that fight, man. So I'm sure you're gonna catch a lot of people.
I still feel like a white belt every day, especially being on the mat.
Us big guys can grapple when you need it, from Wesley Kill Eagle Jr.
I love West, man.
Yeah. What's your favorite submission from the bottom, man?
It's a big toss up. I'm hardcore in any kind of triangle. If I can get like something around your neck and around your carotid and squeeze the shit out of it, I'll black you out. But a lot of my YouTube videos and all my highlight videos show me using the Kimura, so I'm very, very, very skilled in using that Kimura. But a lot of people see my grappling and think that I'm high def going for a submission. A lot of my moves are just to see what they're doing. They're almost just bait moves. It's just to make them kind of give me and let me see what they kind of have in store. Then I kind of like to tire them out from the bottom too. So going for a Kimura, the guy is kind of like wondering, oh shit, is this guy really, is he holding me? Is he going for it? Or so I like getting them wondering what's happening, and it creates a little bit of holes for me to kind of squeeze through. And sometimes I'm able to get up and, start landing some bombs.
I love that Kimura trap system. I use it pretty consistently myself, bottom, top, everywhere. Like the Kimura is such a good control position. Like people underestimate the ability of the amount of control it gives you to the ability it gives you to control your opponent. I'm sorry, that was a tough sentence for me to say for some reason, but it allows you to control your opponent from the bottom, from the top. Like Kimura trap, you can roll over the top, take the back with it. You can use it to get the back. You can use it to attack. You can use it for a lot of things. So I'm a huge fan and a huge proponent of using Kimura in MMA for sure.
That's exactly what I use to paid a black belt into let me take his back. He was going for it and kind of tried to slip out of it, and I just wizard hard, and next thing you know, I was taking his back. I was around his neck, and he was tapping.
Man, you bigger guys with the Kimura trap, when you get that Kimura trap and you get to the back position, like where the head's tucked, when you roll over and now you're like laying on the guy and your head's on him, and you do that head squeeze, that is the worst when you get some guys like your size that really just squeeze and take the life out of you, man. It is brutal. I hate that so much.
I think it's the weight. When the weight like hits that lower back, it just like takes the breath out of you.
Dominic Reyes.
I know it very well because my brother got into it a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you heard me or not, but Dominic Reyes just had a huge knockout win.
Oh shit, he's back.
Yeah, plus 200, man. I should have bet. I was thinking about betting it too. I was like, I gotta do the podcast. I was gonna put 20 on it too. Fuck. That would have been a nice little win. It is what it is. You're way more important than that, anyways, though.
Oh, sweet. I got put up first. Priority.
You're way better than DraftKings. You're so important.
Oh, dude, give it about another year. I'll be on there.
Hell yeah, dude. You were probably already on there for when bare knuckle boxing, for sure. On some of the other sites. Maybe not DraftKings, cover bare knuckle boxing, but I'm sure you were on there.
Oh yeah, I was on a couple of them, man. Everybody's been seeing me, so trying to get myself around, get as much promotion as I can.
For sure. How's that been going for you? I've been seeing you all over since I didn't see you too much before the podcast besides for the fight. I see you all over now, and it seems like you've really become like a household name in the fight community. What's going on, man? Like, how did you're like everywhere?
Well, a lot of people just started recognizing, what's real and what my value is. A lot of people, were kind of sleeping me for a while there, kind of keeping a kind of low eye on me. A lot of people also, didn't really see the value that I had, especially putting butts in seats. You start giving me the camera and you start giving me that microphone. I start talking, I start putting butts in seats. And then you let me scrap a guy. I definitely put hundreds, maybe even thousands butts in seats. And I definitely sell a lot of pay-per-views. If I started getting commission on pay-per-views, I shit you not, I'd probably be a multimillionaire.
A lot of the fight leagues do give you commission for the pay-per-views, like the at least around here, the local venues do. A lot of local ones do.
Yeah, not a lot here in the Northwest. It's kind of, I don't know, they kind of find no value in it. I think it's because some people they don't really sell. They're more of like a face value kind of type of just watch. A lot of my people, they're from the res. And when you're on the res, you pay one person $5 and you're buying that $40 pay-per-view and you all stack up in the grandma's house, and you all watch that one pay-per-view together, and that pay-per-view is me.
That's true, dude. So most of the ones here, they have like the drop down thing, and then it's got your name in it. You just click the name, and then the person gets credit for the pay-per-view, and it gets put into their purse. So like that's something more. You should start to negotiate that.
The farthest I've ever gone with it is with BKFC. They gave me a ticket link, and it sort of worked out, but then that was a Prospect Series card, so it wasn't pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. Man, Ray's pay-per-view is out. He must be trying to steal the UFC right now or something. They're out to get him. He keeps popping in and out. He's got some 765 internet.
He has to be blacklisted. It's bootlegged. He's bootlegging it. Uncle Dana found him.
Uncle Dana found him, and all the internet porn that he watches, they're shutting down
cut
the
his
internet.
Wi-Fi off and everything.
That's for sure. It's either UFC, all
Found
the
him as a
UFC seems to
pirate.
be, yeah, or all the porn that he watches. It could be the porn that he watches too.
Oh man, simple
Uh,
though.
yeah, it's easy to make fun of him when he's not here.
I
He's a big dude, man. You can't make fun of him too much in person
hope
because
he's
he might
watching.
whoop on you. Yeah, I'm sure he'll watch it and be mad. That's okay. I give him lots of gigs commentating. He owes me, so it's all good. Wesley Killy goes Jr. Bam had all of Canada behind him in March.
Oh yeah, man. It's just crazy, you know. I really go to perform. You know, that's my number one priority when I show up and fight. That's my biggest thing is making sure everybody in there, got what they paid for. I love to perform. From not only from my walkout to the cage. I really throw my whole heart in there. I put my heart on the sleeve. I throw every punch and I mean every fucking thing that is out there. And then when people give me that mic, I just pour my heart out, and it's been paying good dividends in these past couple fights. The BKFC though, I know Uncle David, he's seen a lot in me. Even he reached out to me, told me a couple inspiring things, um, gave me a pretty good bonus. So I'm pretty stoked about well, can't say anything yet, but I got future negotiations in the works. So can't wait till the sun shines again.
That's amazing, man. I can't wait to see that. I guess we'll keep that under wraps. We can't talk about it right now, but we'll look forward to seeing you box without protection.
Most definitely. And you would definitely be seeing me back on here when that gets dropped.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds great, man. And we'll have to get you back on again so we can talk about it. Quote by Mickey Delaney:
Most
Reuben
definitely.
Roundstone is just like my ex-wife, just won't go down.
Yeah, man, that was a big fight, man. I give him a lot of props to Stan. He threw a lot into that fight. He gave it me 100% of what he was. But I gave him 110% of what I am, and you can't put an Indian down easy. He got me pretty good in the eyeball though, so I thought he caught my eyeball for a second there, but still see pretty good.
That's good, man. And when you fight bare knuckle and you get hit like that, does it feel like a poke in the eye? I know the MMA gloves are already small. I can't imagine not having any glove on and getting
Oh,
hit like
most
right in the eye like
definitely.
that.
Oh, most definitely. It literally felt like he poked me in the eye. And see, the big thing too is like in the beginning of the fight, he pulled my hair. He hit me while I was down. He constantly was grabbing at my wraps. He was doing some dirty shit, and I wasn't really saying too much to Big Dan, but the one where he pulled my hair, and so when that hit did land, I legit looked at Dan and was like, dude, he poked me in the eye. He's like, no, that was a clean shot. And I was like, damn, I can't see. And that was probably the worst thing I should have said. And yeah, they
Yeah,
called it pretty quick. So I got a good taste of what, the big leagues have to offer. And, I learned a lot. So come next time, your boy's coming out there with fucking all gas, no brakes.
I love that, man. And I love that they do take care of you, like too. If you say it's a referee, they should get in there too. I think that's the right thing to happen. And like just like it's on the fighter to not say that if you want the fight to continue. But I'm really glad that they care about the fighters in there.
Oh yeah, and that's the professionalism too. A lot of people are so used to these local promotions, and these B class referees that they don't really ain't used to somebody calling it that early. And I had a taste of it. There's there's about two or three top notch referees here in Montana, and I got a taste of it a couple times. So you know it is what it is. I took it on the chin. I gave Stan his flowers. He definitely whooped my ass that night. But I'm never ever looking into the past and try to rerun shit. Unless this motherfucker wants to go, I don't really give a hell. But hey, shit, I'm looking at my next guy with the crosshairs locked in. I'm dialed in, and next Saturday, I'm definitely getting myself a belt.
I love that, man. People don't really realize how much effect the referees have on fights as well. Um, I'm pretty lucky. I work a lot with the organization, and they bring in Gamma, and Gamma has some great referees, and they really know what they're doing. But I've seen some terrible referees really fuck up fights, and like it's the worst when that happens because you guys put so much into everything, and
Big
then
time.
you know you get the referees are trying to learn it too, but it sucks because like as you're trying to go up in this sport and you're fighting on a regional level, you run into referees that really fuck up because they're just learning their job too, and that can really like plummet someone that's really coming up too. And I've seen some guys like really suffer some terrible losses because of just bad refereeing.
Oh yeah, I've seen it a couple times in my life too. Um, but that's the name of the game. You never leave it in the hands of the referee or the judges. You go in
Yeah.
there to totally destroy your opponent. So that's what I took from my losses that way, especially coming up through the rankings here in Montana. So it is what it is. Took it on the chin. Definitely not the same. There is the man. I just now seen his comment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
I
got
love
another one.
Canada, man. I love Canada with all my heart.
I'm saying that as an Irishman that's been around bare knuckle since young. He has a top heart, and we agree. That's why I like him on this podcast so much, man. Um, I'm glad you're getting a lot of love from our fans and your fans and everybody. Like you came on last time; it was a pretty popular podcast. So Ray's like, let's get him back. We've been off for a little bit, so it's great to jump back in with you, man.
Oh, most definitely. I've been this year to your neck of the woods. I think I went to Vancouver before I went to Edmonton, and oh man, yeah, you guys' time zones there kind of fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah, it's different, right? The time zone, the weather,
Oh
everything's
man,
all fucked up over here.
it was colder there than it was in Montana.
I believe that. We're cold over here, dog. This Northeast is not for the faint
Oh,
of
it
heart.
was freezing.
You talked about having Canada behind you a couple times, and do you carry that with you when you go into the fights? You talk about how much it means for your people and how much it means for Canada. Like all the people that follow you, do you carry a lot of that into the ring and into the cage with you when you fight?
I'm not technically from Canada. I'm actually from Busby, Montana. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, when I went to Canada and fought one time, dude, like I legit like got a mad fan base from Canada. Um, they like I don't know what it was, man. I think they loved my story. I think they loved what I brought to the squared circle, and yeah, man, they got behind me in tenfold. I have a lot of my followers on Facebook now and Instagram are from Canada. I've gotten a lot of native Canadians that are starting to follow me as well. So it's the love and the fan base and the respect that I got from Canada just being there one time is beyond amazing. So big shout out to Canada.
I just thought that here, the native reservations go like from from Buffalo into Canada. So like I just thought maybe had like a cross community like that because the native population in Canada is like very large too, even here.
Yeah, there's some Cree tribes here in Montana. They negotiate a lot with the Blackfeet. I almost said Bigfoot, man. A lot of my Blackfeet brothers are gonna get pissed at me, but I'm gonna correct myself.
I'm glad you
Blackfoot.
said it, not me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. They're gonna rip into me. But yeah, I give a lot of shout out to a lot of those guys up there. Um, just just the outpour of love is what blew me away. I got a lot of love from like their top Instagram and YouTube guys. I can't really remember what their name was called, but Henrik Miller and Jonathan Miller, those guys were like blowing me up. And then out of nowhere, man, I just started a mad following from Canada, and it's nonstop. So yeah, dude, like big shout out to Canada.
That's awesome, man. I raised it in and gone again. Can't catch that guy, man. He's been eating all the Burger King. It's really tough to track him down.
Hard to catch him on the fly, man.
It is. He's too busy for us.
I feel like he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I think he is too. Like, so I don't want to say this publicly, but I'm going to anyways. So he does this for all the police podcasts. So anytime we have like any law enforcement officer, he's like in and out, in and out, in and out. He's like, I can't do it. Like every time there's a law enforcement guy, so he must think you're undercover or something, dog. You better look out. You're not gonna turn me in, are you?
That's great. That is great.
It is the truth, dude. He always avoids all the officers.
Well, I'm very opposite of a cop, but I'm glad I left that part of me by. But
so you're fighting June 15th. You're fighting for the pro title. Is there a way to get the pay-per-view for our fans here?
yeah, mountainforcelive.com.
mountainforcelive.com.
Or go to I know they only have one Instagram, so Mountain Force MMA. Or you can go over to my profile. I've been sharing the link nonstop. But most definitely mountainforce.com or mountainforcelive.com/MMA.
I'm looking down.
It'll be Mountain Force 41.
Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. So guys, make sure that you check out Reuben when he fights because I don't know if it helped him out, but when they see all the love coming from Montana and Buffalo, they'll definitely know it's from over here. So it'll be a great fight. I promise. Anytime Reuben fights, it's always going to be an amazing fight. So make sure you guys tune in and watch him win a big belt, right?
Oh yeah, and he's down in one.
How are the belts? Did you get to see it yet?
Oh yeah, the promoter's been hitting me up nonstop. He's been trying to find this guy a fight for the past 4 or 5 years. He's seen me come up through the ranks. He's seen me demolish everybody, and he said this would be a great matchup. And he's been showing me nonstop, man. He's like, you gotta check this out, and it's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
That's cool. I know. Like
It's
sometimes
not
you get
the
those
standard little boxing ones with stickers on it.
I was just gonna say that. Like sometimes you get those cheap ass boxing ones, and then sometimes you got like the UFC style ones. Like every promotion you fight is like totally different. Some got like these awesome belts, and some got some pretty shitty ones.
I like this one. This one's pretty nice. Can't wait to put it in the collection.
That's awesome. We call fights with this guy Ben Field, and he has his own podcast, All the Calls. So shout out to All the Calls. He has a whole collection of belts. So he buys belts from the promoters. So he's got like UFC belts and promoters belts. He's got them all in a backdrop for his podcast. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna tell him I said that, but it does look pretty cool. Yeah, he only gets the good belts, so there's no shitty belts on that wall.
He's like, he gets the good belt. That's funny. Only buys the good ones.
Yeah.
The good ones with leather. No
Yeah, for
stickers
sure.
in there. That's for off-camera shit.
Yeah, I hate those, man. Like when I first started fighting, they just like glued some shit on a weightlifting belt. That's like how the titles were when I was starting to fight in the early '90s, man. There was some real bullshit back in the day.
Oh wow, that's pretty awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got one of those downstairs. I would go grab it, but it's far away, and Ray's not here to carry the show.
That's too good. Yeah, man, he's definitely watching right now. Oh yeah, there's the man with the plan, the box man. Yeah, huge shout out to CNC Management and Kerry Carlos Leon. Without them guys, I probably wouldn't have made my BKFC debut. And a little, you know, if you know, you know. So big shout out to those guys, man. They've been doing a lot for me in my career.
Yeah, I put them up. I put them up in the corner, man. Their logo. Definitely check them out if you're looking to get into some fighting yourself. Yeah, awesome, man. Good to have you guys.
Huge shout out, man. Those guys are fucking badass. They're fucking great.
So if someone wants to get a hold of them for management, they only manage pros, correct? Obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely just the pro circuit.
Yeah, and what like 5-6 fights at least?
You know what? As crazy as it sounds, and as much as I don't really want to put them out there like that. Carlos and them are really helping a lot of people kind of figure out kind of how to get through the ropes, and so I've seen them doing a lot of great things, helping like Dakota High Pine and a couple others, making their pro boxing debuts, even though they've already made a BKFC debut, or they are legit, helping people figure out their career instead of just tossing it to, fight by fight, running it down this way. And it's a big shout out to Carlos. That's what he's been, in my corner. We've been talking every day, going over, and I've been wanting to say this live on a podcast. Fuck all the haters, what they be saying about CNC, because legit, I would not have and what I'm doing if it wasn't for Carlos. I don't want to put names, especially here on the local circuit, but they try to do me dirty, and Carlos was like, "Hey man, it's not a smart idea, but if you want to take it," they hit me good, and they've been doing me good ever since. That's so really huge cool, shout out to CNC. If you're a pro and you're looking to make the next step, that'd be the people to hit up. Is definitely Kerry Carlos Leon.
Do they have just check it out on Facebook, or is there a better way for
they have a few pages. They have the Kerry Carlos Leon page. That's their personal page. They also have the CNC management page. So like if you're starting off pro, that'd be somebody I'd really like, anybody to hit up. I've actually, I can say this live on, and he'll agree with me. A little bit before I signed with CNC, I kind of reaching out, kind of testing the waters, and a lot of these other management companies ain't really looking out for fighters, and that's what I really love with CNC. I gave him a shot, and he said exactly what he was gonna do, and we're continuing to do it. And 2024 is just almost halfway over, and 2025 we're taking over the fucking world.
I love it, man. And man, pros, if you're fighting and you don't have management, it's such a big deal to have quality management. I've been in the game a long time, and I can tell you the huge difference that
Big
management
time.
makes. And the problem is you want to get
Big
management
time.
before you really get going into it. And once you start and you get a couple losses, dude, it's hard to come back from that, especially like if you're getting matched up with like the local guy that sold like 2,000 tickets and he's like, 6-0 pro, and they're like, oh, how about this guy for a debut? And sometimes management's got to pick the right fights for you too, and know what style you're fighting, and it's a big deal. So I would definitely recommend having management by
For
the
me,
time you're getting
I
started.
was I was stuck at a wall. Um, really, it wasn't really finding the fights. It was getting the fights that I wanted. Like I said, from the beginning, I'm Native American. I had to fight everybody in fucking Montana to get where I'm at. And that's the reason why I'm trying to help out some of my younger Native brothers that are trying to get up to the league. Because it is big bullshit. And that's why I encourage a lot of people to find management when they start going pro, because it's a big essential tool to have. I don't want to talk about Carlos and them and like describe them as an object and call them a tool, but they really really help me fucking. I just now seen his comment. Hey man, at least you're watching the show, brother. Enjoy the show. Sit back. Let us know who wins. Just comment the winners every time they win.
Yeah, and
He's just watching UFC.
yeah. He's stealing the cable. I'm watching it too, to be honest with you. I got going in the little box right over here. Um, to be fair to all these guys fighting, even if you do got a loss or two and you didn't have management, it's never too late to get management if you want to keep fighting. But I've seen so many people get turned down the wrong road and like not get enough money for their fights and get ripped off on hotels and all kinds of stuff. Like promoters are dirty as shit, dude. You need someone on your team looking out for you.
Oh,
And
most definitely. I know some high level people that were UFC veterans. I don't want to put the name on blast, and I don't even want to mention them to give them any hype. But I've been ripped off by UFC veterans. So yeah, man, promoters they're not the very best. So if you're working great with one, that's great. But when you start getting, if you want to get to the next level, I'd really give CNC a look. And also the other big thing that CNC management is doing is that they have now collabed with New Level Boxing gear and apparel. So big shout out to New Level Boxing and CNC management. They're going to be doing huge things for their fighters, not only just helping them out with gear and apparel and track suits and everything they need to become champions. But we're going to be looking like a signified team, so keep a big eye out for that collab with CNC Management and New Level Boxing.
Thumper's Things. Check out Thumper's Things and make awesome rash guards. Really good. I hooked my gym up too. So Thumper's Things. Maxim Tavish, he's a good dude. So Steven Cipitali, maybe, I don't know. I might be killing your name. I'm sorry, dog.
No, it's Steven Jimenez.
Yeah.
Here in Montana, we know him as Steve Chai. And a little quick backstory about Steve Chai. A lot of people know him as the Muay Thai guy, and he was one of the first coaches of current UFC bantamweight world champion Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Hell
So
yeah.
I give huge props to Steve Chai. He knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. And with all that experience through the years, he's made a gear especially equipped for fighters. And, it's very, very, very high quality material. So and it's very, very affordable. That's the big thing, it's very high quality material with that affordable pricing so everybody can have it. So, and then that's the big thing that turned my eye towards them, especially not only New Level Boxing Gym, but what he had, and from the beginning when they started New Level Boxing Gear and Apparel, it just blew up in here in Montana, and pretty much it's getting everywhere now. So I'd keep a big eye out for New Level Boxing.
Do they have a website? I'm just looking for one right now to like post, but I don't
Yep,
see one.
newlevelboxing.com.
All right, newlevelboxing.com. I'll try that, and then well, we'll just put it in the
And
chat.
your
So if you guys are
boys in the
watching,
featured fighters page.
yeah, newlevelboxing.com. Check out their stuff. Obviously, we want to sell everything that we can here because if they're helping Reuben, they're helping us, right?
Most definitely, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man. And then here I'll put the Facebook link up in here. Put it in the chat so you can click right on it. This is the closest thing I could find. So you can just go in the chat and then you can click on it in the chat and it'll be right up there. And you can get to at least our Facebook page where you can get there. We heard that there's going to be some fight news soon. And we heard it might be some boxing without protection in some league that might sound like fair. I don't know what rhymes with knuckle. Fair buckle, something.
Almost definitely, man. I can't wait. And
Yeah.
it's a big name, and it's getting me very excited, and I can't wait. This is the dreams that I was dreaming of when I was that little shit kid from the res. Hoping one day that this was gonna happen, and Kerry Carlos Leon was my magical fairy, and they gave me 2 wishes, and here's one that's coming true right here. So can't fucking
That's
wait.
awesome. Hell yeah. And then for all my fans that are watching right now on YouTube, please make sure you take a minute and like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. Don't just watch these. Most of our viewers don't subscribe. You just gotta click the little button down over here. Click that stupid little button, and then it helps me out. It doesn't take anything for you guys. Just click the stupid button.
Most definitely like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah, do it now. That's a little catchphrase. So, what's your prediction for your upcoming fight?
I'm gonna knock him out in the first round.
First round knockout, June 15th.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a knockout. He wants to sniff my nuts, and I'm gonna fucking stop him short, and I'm gonna knock him the fuck out in the middle of the Civic Center, and I'm gonna be crowned the new Mountain Forest heavyweight champ.
Are you gonna have any
And then I'm
grappling
gonna
machines in there?
follow that win and take it over to ha 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 ha, and I am gonna knock that motherfucker out. I'm gonna call out a bigger name, and yeah, your boy's gonna jump back on here, and we're gonna talk about that.
Hell yeah, dude. I would like we gotta get you back on like right before I keep wanting to say it, but the C L whatever comes after F. that fight, we want to get you on before that one. And,
hey man, we're just giving the people what they want. That's just what it is.
You gonna start messaging with Connor now that he's one of the owners there?
Oh yeah.
Is that big news? Does that do you think that's gonna increase all your fighter pay and everything over there, or you think he's just using it for like a publicity stunt?
How I see it, I think it's a little bit of publicity, but on the other hand, the more the eyes that see the sport, the more money that comes in. So I'm hoping a lot of eyes see it, and I hope my paycheck gets bigger.
For sure, man. That's important things. How's your wife doing? I know we had a pretty good talk about her last time. I just want to make sure things are good at home.
Oh man, she's probably gonna kill me for this one, but I'm gonna finally do it because none of us have done it. None of us, and both of us have been keeping it pretty quiet for majority of the year. But my wife is now 6 months pregnant, and we're about to have another baby.
Oh yeah, man, you heard it here first. Reuben Roundstone dropping bombs and babies. Congratulations, dog.
Most definitely. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. It's a
Just
huge blessing. Um, kind of it's been a big blessing even in the fight game, believe it or not. It's kind of the way all this kind of landed. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. Been putting a lot of my heart and soul into God, and He's been giving a lot to me. So if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here.
hell yeah. Now this is the best way to announce it. Wesley Killigal Jr. Hell yeah, brother. Congrats to the Roundstone family. Man, that's so
Oh
awesome,
yeah,
man.
man.
We get a lot of announcements
I
on
had.
the podcast, but this is a great one, man. It's I can't stop smiling, and the real smiles, you can't fake smiles like this. And I just thank you for doing this, man. That's awesome. That's such a cool drop.
Oh yeah, man. And it was just, like you're the one who said it, man. So I have to tell you how the wife's doing. She's doing, you know, fan fucking tastic. She's being a true trooper in this one. She's taking amazing care of the baby. A lot of people, I take a lot of admiration from a lot of people and how they are stay disciplined. But my wife, her discipline is rock solid. She, it motivates me. You know what I mean? It really has kept me, my mind solid for this fight. So Jag has a hefty fucking price coming next Saturday. Can tell you that much.
Yeah, dude, that's so much good motivation too. And I was like, man, this guy's got like 20 wins and no losses, and now like he's about to fight some baby dad is trying to make some money for that baby mama. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
super
dude,
exciting,
man.
man.
I fight to eat, so this guy has to fight a bear.
You know how bears are when they're protecting their cubs, dog. It's that's good look for
Oh
you.
yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Extremely blessed.
I love it to death, man. That's so awesome. Um, man, best of luck with you with the baby too, man. I just want to kick back to
Oh, thank
a couple fight questions real quick. What are you weighing, man? You look a little bit slimmer than last time I had you on here.
Oh man, I've been actually thank you very much. I've been actually trying to put on some weight for this fight. I've seen Jag is kind of a bigger guy, so I try to get But with that being said, I've been also working harder to make what I'm putting in into straight up muscle. So yeah, I've been trying to get jacked for this fight. Especially being technically my first pro MMA title. I already have a pro bare knuckle title, two of them to be exact, but
Hell
being my
yeah.
first pro MMA title, it kind of took me back to being 19 again and fighting for my first ever MMA title as a kid. So, or as an amateur. So, I've gone back into that mindset. So I've been firing on all cylinders, fucking put my name out there, promoting this fight, promote myself, and legit, it's in my mind. That belt's already around my fucking waist. Come next Saturday, I'm knocking this motherfucker out in the Civic Center.
Hell yeah, dude. I didn't mean to be insulting. I just think like your cheekbones are a little bit more defined. Usually you see that when guys are cutting a little bit of weight. So I was just wondering how your weight was, if like you were like really cutting some extra weight this time or what. Just your face is a
Nah,
little bit more defined, dog.
oh
That can be
man,
from
thank
hard
you,
work
man.
too.
Dude, I'm getting it. I am getting after it. I am knocking out teammates. I'm fucking getting after and grappling. I am mentally prepared for this big son of a bitch, and I'm ready to take him out fucking come June 15th.
Oh man.
Yeah, I seen the comments. The comments are getting wild now. They're pulling out
Yeah.
tribes. It's all right though. Only Winona can say that because West is from Fort Belknap, so he made the Cheyenne. So
Sorry, breaking
kind
up
of
a
his
little bit on
fault.
my end. Cool.
It's all right. That's my bad. I think it's kind of mine too.
Yeah, let's man, before I lose you, let's cut out. I want to thank you very much. So thank you for jumping on the podcast. On June 15th, Reuben Roundstone is fighting for the heavyweight pro championship title fight for ISKA. It's Mountain Forest 41, and he's looking to take that title home. And if you scroll up, you can
It's the
find
main event, baby.
yeah, you can find the pay-per-view. We probably won't get it, but we'll see if we can steal it. And then definitely check out the gear from New Level Boxing Gear. They're helping CNC management. And if you're a pro looking to get some management, and if you're a pro and you don't have management, you should be looking to get some management. Check out CNC Management. We have a link to there as well in there. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. You kind of like really choppy on my end. So thank you so much for being on, Reuben. I really appreciate you.
Oh no, I can
Hopefully it's
hear you,
not my
brother.
end. All right. I'll talk to you soon, man. And let's get you on before you do that hair
Might be a little bit of
duckle
both.
boxing fight, man. Oh, one more thing, Wesley.
Oh, most
Wesley
definitely, brother.
Jr. They don't run from war; they run into it. That's Reuben Roundstone in one little sentence there. This is my dog. He doesn't run from nothing, man. He runs straight forward and he punches you in the face, and then he's gonna triangle you or Kimura you from the
Oh
bottom.
yeah,
Look out for the Kimura.
that entire
Kimuras
fucking
are
fight.
coming. Reuben Roundstone, thank you very much.
Most
Have a great
definitely.
night, dog. Remember,
Thank
if
you,
you're watching,
brother. Thank you.
like and subscribe. And when we repost this, it'll be cleaned up because everyone's like recorded separately. So if you're watching this later, you probably don't know what we're talking about at all because it'll be all cleaned up. So thank you so much and have a good night, guys. Peace.